Ride around my top down, window shaking a lot now. I'ma stay proud, no Kane Brown, but I thank God for these days now. Don't make sounds, crash glass, no rebounds. End town, Nashtyville, and I stay proud now. Alright guys, as always, this is your main man, Young Gray. With me I got DeMonte.
What's up?
Karen's on the line.
What's up,
Special
Karen?
guest star today, Afroman. Just want to let you guys know, welcome to Nashtyville.
Yeah.
Afroman, how you doing, man? It's a blessing to have you on, brother. How you doing?
I'm high.
Yeah. Did you clean your room
doing
today,
good.
though? Is the main question
real
we want to
good.
know.
Yeah, man. I think I'm on top of my game, man. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. There's some
Trying to keep
rumors.
that.
There's some rumors floating around right now. You running for president? I heard.
Oh, they not rumors, baby. It's real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I was running from the cops, and then I just kept on running for president.
Yeah.
I'm like the guy on ESPN. He could go all no.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know, crazier things have happened for sure. So
I'll tell you, he's got my vote.
Hey, but the funny part is, Dave and I were talking about it last week, and he was like, "Dude, he's running for president." And I was like, "So then I was like, oh, well, my first question is, do you go by President Afroman or do you go by President? What's the?
I like President Afro, man.
Okay,
It just-
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, man, you can't take you were gonna tear my heart apart if you told me to call you by your government name now that you're the government.
Yeah.
President Pro.
Yeah.
It's got a little ring to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what made you think about running for president? What was the turn and tide?
Somebody to have like cannabis as their main platform, not just, rumors and this and that and legislation, and you don't really know who's doing what. I just wanted to go ahead and really, get it legal in all 50 states, get it decriminalized, you know what I'm saying? And then I wanted to do some serious police reform. I want to end immunity for police officers. I want them to obey the laws they enforce. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Amen, man.
I don't think nobody's gonna take that more serious than me.
No, absolutely, man. I freaking love that, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love that. So obviously everyone knows you. Like you probably have the biggest weed song in history. If not one of them. Last week we had Yuck Mouth on the podcast with I Got 5 on it. And me and D were talking, we're like, which record is bigger? Because I Got High or I Got 5 on it.
Right.
When it comes to weed. And the first thing that always hits me is Because I Got High. Period.
Like, it's not, and we're not saying that because you're sitting here. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that is, we literally were asking everybody around the studio. They were like, you know this song? I was like, yeah, I know this song. I mean, I don't know any age, any race, everybody. I mean, it comes on and like it is an instant bop for everybody, man. So
Care, you know Because I Got High, Care?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
you gotta sing it.
Doesn't everybody? Yeah.
Care, the question is, were you getting high to Because I Got High when it came out?
I probably was. I think I can say that. Right? In any state, can I say that, right?
Yeah, you can
I want to
absolutely
know how long
say
it took you to write the song. Did you just kick back and you're like, and just feeling it, and then that's just how you wrote the song? How did that come about?
It took me, I remember writing it down. I remember looking at the watch. And I had one of those watch with the set. It took me 2 minutes and 11 seconds to write that song. However, it took me about 6 months to realize once I lit up that joint, I was effing up. And that song took 6 months, 2 minutes and 11 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
But what
There you go. Yeah, when they say overnight success, it's really got some stuff in the beginning that's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's awesome.
But he literally wrote an anthem for like half of the world's problems in one song. I mean, like every line is something somebody's experienced. So I mean, I can see where you just sit there and you be like, you know what, man, I'm effing up. And this is how I'm effing up. So you just walk the line and put a catch line behind every single
Yeah,
problem that you
it was
encountered for the
it
week.
was
So
so
he's like, I mean, this
relatable.
man went from cleaning his room to missing court to like I mean, literally, you walked an entire day of just drama and self-inflicted drama. That it's not even
It's
like because I don't think there's a line in there that's actually owned by somebody else. Like everything is self-inflicted.
Someone's done one of those things
Right?
at least
He
once
was
in their
like, you know
life.
what? I keep pulling and man, I keep effing up, but I'm gonna make a song and I'm gonna take 2 minutes and 11 seconds to drop this gem on the world.
yeah. I had to go write it officially, but at first I just wrote down room, class,
I
work,
got you. Okay.
court. Then I was like, okay. It was like 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yeah.
Each round got worse. You know
That's
what I'm
funny.
saying?
That's so good,
That's awesome.
man.
I was telling Dave, some of the guys here, I was like, I said, man, there's a running joke. I said, because I would, if one of my boys knew I was sitting here talking to you live today, dude would like absolutely be losing his mind because it's been a running joke. And man, you know how it is amongst the boys. If something unfortunate happens to somebody, and that one moment of time sticks, it sticks until we put you in a box and put you in the ground. This dude, you are tied to one of my best friends in one of those moments that I'm telling you, we will be singing because I got high at this man's funeral because of something that happened in spring break 30 years ago. But I won't call. I told Dave. Dave was like, "No, call him by name." I was like, "I'm not gonna call this man by name because
Call him out.
he has a whole family and kids and everything, and he's actually trying to look like a structured dad." Now, however, if I were to expose this dude today and he knew that I was here, but it was his first time starting to f up by putting a little small stick to his lips while we were at the beach, and his body just did not know how to handle it. But the first song we heard him singing after he was beyond blasted was because of God. So like every time we see him now, it's just a running joke in the room that we're like, yeah, well, we know why he's late because he got high. I mean, so like it's literally. I mean, so we've now taken exactly what you did when you wrote this song and tied it to every problem with this dude. It could be something great happen. Like this dude could be
Yeah,
done got a promotion, like you got a promotion, and his
yeah.
actually stuck, but he's still somewhere getting high. I promise you. Like
That's funny, man. So, give us a little background, man. Obviously, a lot of the audience is gonna know you for this specific record. Like, when did you get into music? Like, how did that all start?
Um, I've been. My mom she has like degrees in music, and
Okay.
I'm not as much of a musician as she is. She's like Liberace on the piano, like.
Yeah.
And then my grandfather is a preacher, and he sent my mom to classes and to college to learn how to play. And she carried the music for the entire church. You know, the
wow,
choir,
nice.
everybody that come up and sing a solo, they'll tell her the key they sung it in and everything. Um, I started singing and playing music in church. I started off with the drums, and then I moved on to the guitar. I I, I basically started playing music so I'd stay out of trouble, because like I'd be running around in church grabbing girls on the butt or whatever, and then
Yeah.
mama have like one of those older teenagers come tap me and say, "Your mama wants you," and then I have to go stand at the end of the organ, and my mom would slap me during the turnaround. You know, she'd be like, "We will understand it better by and by." Do, 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 do.
That's good.
Yeah, like, I got tired of getting slapped in front of the whole church, so if I played the drums, or if I did something, it would kind of be fun and I wouldn't get in trouble. A lot of the boys, every little boy in church wanted to play the drums. So, but I noticed how it wasn't too many people we didn't have a guitar player. And we
Mhm.
had this visiting guitar player that used to come. His name was Brother Grubbs. And when he came, he was like the Chuck Berry of church. Like everybody would dance longer, and he just electrified the church. And I was intrigued by him. So every time I'd look out the window, and when he'd pop up, I'd run outside and help him tow this amplifier in, and I'd bring all his stuff in. I'd hook it up for him. He appreciated that, you know.
Mhm.
So one day he bought another amplifier, and he bought another guitar, and he came to church and gave me his old one. You know, and we was broke. You know, we was in the ghetto, all that good stuff. You know, and my mom couldn't afford no guitar and no amplifier. You know, but he gave me his old one, and my mom got some books. So between Brother Grubbs and my mom, they taught me enough chords to get started, and I kept adding on to it. So I was about like about 5 to 7, from 5 to 7, and
Wow.
then when we moved to LA when I was like 12, and when I got to LA, you know, all the little kids was like little G's, and they was listening to Run DMC and the Fat Boys,
Mm-hmm.
and so I put my guitar and stuff away, but older people would love, but they would love when I'd break it out and play for them. So I played in church and I played for older people's groups. But then when I got with my clique, you know, I started sagging my pants and start trying to rap. Yeah, it wasn't cool to kind of, in a way, it wasn't cool to play instruments, you know. But then I grew up and I couldn't afford musicians to help me record my record. Then I realized I could play bass and I could play lead guitar,
Mm-hmm.
enough piano to do what I need to do in the drums. And so I was able to manufacture my own music, you know.
Hell yeah, man. So what? I ask this on every podcast. Like everyone has that like oh shit moment, right? Like what would you say is your biggest oh shit moment? Could be recent, could be back in the day. Like what was that time that flipped the script for you? That was that your biggest oh shit moment that you got.
Man, I got too many of them, but I guess I'm gonna give you the turning point in my life. It reminds me of Teen Wolf
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
at the end when the ball bounces around and it
It's it.
slowly goes into
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
and then they let you just trip for a minute. Then you hear the trickling piano. I call it the trickling piano. The trickling piano in my life is going to be like in Mississippi. They
Mhm.
got these they got these loser bars.
Okay.
Um, you know, they they're in the hood, and it's like old black dudes that never was anything. They kind of sit around them and lean on the poles, and it's like black people don't even go to those bars. So I couldn't find a place to perform.
We're
Well, you knew
seeing the
they'd
end
take you
already.
in. You knew they.
Oh, I had a
Yeah.
sales pitch I was from LA. My sales pitch was crispy. I was ready to I was gonna try. I was gonna try. So I walked into this bar. I was like, "How you doing, man?" I was like, "I'm Afro Man." I said, "I have a rap tape." I said, "I got a lot of fans. They want to hear me perform." I said, "But I don't have nowhere to perform." I said, "If you let me perform here," I said, "all of these people are gonna come here, and you're gonna sell a lot of beer, and this, that, and the other, and bam, bam." So the dude agreed to give me the door, and he was gonna sell liquor and host and whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
So I said, okay. So I just blanketed Hattiesburg with this flyer. It was a black and white flyer. I think I got it made at Kinko's. I got
Yeah.
like I went to the mall that did the little cartoon of yourself,
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and I got one of those. That's all I could afford. And then I went and made black and white copies, and I just put it all over Hattiesburg. And so, like, I was, I learned on Venice Beach, go ahead and sing, and then people will stop. And but if you're not singing, then people are not going to stop. They're going to keep walking past you. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So even though it wasn't nobody in the club, I was up there on stage rapping my ass off. You know what I'm saying? And the dude's just wiping off the bar, looking at me like, "Dude, you're crazy."
Start singing and they'll come.
Yeah.
This place was like in the back of the hood. So after this place, it was like the woods. It was like It was like the hood, then these terrible bars behind the hood, and then you was in the woods, you was traveling to the next town. I'm in the back of the hood, and like 4 blonde white girls come in there holding each other's hands, running. And I think that was the trickling piano. They were it looked like slow motion. All I remember, I was rapping, I was depressed. I was like, well, I'm gonna just follow through. I'm following through like Venice Beach. And I remember all I could see is that blonde hair in slow motion.
It was
and I can hear like a classical instrumental. Dun 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 dun. Dun. So they come in and they're like, because I got high. And so I stopped whatever bullshit song I was singing and I started singing it. All 4 of them was on cell phones. Then about 10 minutes later, all the biggest trucks with the biggest Confederate flags and all these different cars start pulling up. And all of these people came into this club, and the old man was like, he was just wiping the counter, like everybody in the hood was wondering what the hell was going on. It was. I think that's going to be the moment you're looking for.
You were speaking an international language.
Yeah.
I want to know if they sold out a beer that night, though.
I tell you what, he made more money with me than he ever did in his life in that bar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Them old boys get off work from cutting grass. It'll be a couple of old cats to go. And then what made it so bad, it was like 8 of them in a row.
Yeah.
So they all competed for like, the bums dollars. It was depressing. You know what I'm saying? So like that dude was definitely blessed for telling me yes,
Oh, yeah. I got it off topic. Every time I see you online, a lot of times there's just flocks of girls asking you to sign their boobs. How many boobs have you signed in your life? Can you keep track?
You know what, dude? I'm just now starting to floss this because of social media. I was signed. If you go back and look at the Afroholic, if you look at the inserts, like I'm in there signing. I never really, I've always had like a girlfriend or something, so I never really flaunted it. But like, I can't count it, man. I've been doing that since I've been signing. I think girls started asking me to start signing them around 2003. They wasn't doing it when I was big or on the radio. They wasn't doing it but somewhere around 2003, chicks start popping up on me like, hey,
Yeah, like, dude.
20 years worth. That's quite a bit.
That's pretty impressive, man. I will say
that's gonna be 20 years.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're 20 years into signing
20
boobs,
years.
Yeah, man, dude. Like, I think I didn't have a camera for each one back in the day, and I couldn't prove it. I wake up the next day like you wouldn't believe, and dudes would just be like, no, you motherfuckers,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, man. I signed more. I put it like this. I signed more breasts than Elvis Presley and the Beatles put together.
I actually,
Put up on social media
really
and have the
believe
women
it.
post their pictures that they saved from 20 years ago, and maybe they'll have them still. And they
A
can
lot
post
of
them
them
on there.
didn't. A lot of them didn't even take pictures. It was just this thing. And then I would be so drunk and high till I wouldn't believe myself the next day. I'll be like, I'll tell myself to shut up.
That is so good.
You smoked way too much last night.
But in the heat of the moment, while I'm just, it'd be going down, man.
That's crazy. So I see you're still performing a lot. I saw I was looking at your Instagram. You had a performance just recently or whatever.
Yeah. Dude, I miss my house. I miss my cars. I miss my kids. I miss my women. Like, people working my ass, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing. It's a blessing and a curse. It's what I wanted, so I refuse to complain.
Yeah.
But I'm begging for time to go home, man. Yeah, man, and it's been like this, dude. I got gray hairs in my chest. I've been getting high a long time.
Yeah. Well, dude,
Hey,
I think I
need to
I got you beat on the gray, man. That's
He's
for
got
sure.
you beat on the gray,
I
man.
got you beat on the gray.
For sure.
Right on. Yeah,
sure.
man. You know what I'm saying?
When you were talking about the cartoon, so I just launched a new sauce called Big D sauce. I don't know if you can see it there.
Yeah,
But
I don't
this-
want no Big D sauce, man.
but Big D's goes both ways though. So it's like Big D's could be.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's
That's the problem.
Hey, man, let's market this to the females though. I'll help you.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
make
could be
me-
the spokesperson for the Big D's.
Yeah,
there.
right.
We'll have him, all right. Big D's, okay.
make me, hey, check this out. Make me the mascot. I'll be like Ronald McDonald. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cut me a small percentage.
Right. It's like, we can make this work.
Hey, I'll sign breasts and sell Big D sauce.
Yeah.
That would be it. That would be it right there.
Yeah, that's funny, man. That's awesome.
What was the most? What's the craziest show you've ever done? What'd you say? I'm sure you've done a ton of shows. Like, what show stands out to you the most?
Well, I guess right offhand, I guess when I first kind of got my record deal, I think I was doing my last show in Chico, California, and the show was great. People was yelling from the moment I went on. I had them going the whole show, and I was doing everything right, playing all my guitar solos right, hitting all my chords right, and I was singing Because I Got High. And I was like, I was at the end of the song. I said, because I got high. Then I tripped over the monitor and both of my feet were in the air. And I was like, because I got high.
Yeah.
There was like 5 roses on the stage. And it tripped me out because somebody always brings a tomato and somebody always stops by the grocery store, and just in case this guy sucks, they have like 3-4 tomatoes.
That's why I don't think I would make it in that world, man. I'm just telling you.
Then somebody always has some roses, but they never throw them. You got to be really bad to get the tomato through at you.
Yeah.
You got to be really good to get the roses, because people will come, and if it's a good show, they'll go home with the tomato and the roses.
Mm-hmm.
But you ever see the cartoon, the dude that had the rose in his mouth, and they be like being sarcastic. He'd be Bugs Bunny, and they'd be like, bravo, the guy be clapping with the roses.
Yeah, right.
Like, there was roses on the stage after I busted. They thought it was part of the act. And I really busted my ass.
That's funny. He literally got high, but it was high off the ground.
Yeah.
Like it was
freaking
a hype thing, not an actual feeling.
Dude, this is freaking classic. So you have some weed stuff going on right now, right? That you got? Are you behind any sort of weed brands or?
Yeah, I got my own brands jumping off in Oklahoma. I got the Fro G Kush and the Palmdale Perp and my the pre-rolls going on in Oklahoma. I'm finna launch nationally my new vape pen. I got lemon pound cake. Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. I got lemon pound cake. I got Fro G Kush vape, and I got Palmdale.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got 3 good bomb vapes. So if you in business meetings, you're in hotels, and you just need that quick little lift.
Are you going? Is it like Delta 8, Delta 9 type stuff or whatever, or are you going to full fledged?
Man, we got it all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, Delta 8, Delta 9. Actual bud. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
Hell
Did you do all your own product testing?
Yes, I do.
He's like, I don't trust anybody else with that.
I gotta say it like Don King.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
He was like, yeah, let me be the expert on this portion of it.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
What's your favorite flavor?
Right now, I'm emotional and kind of partial about lemon pound cake.
I figured.
Okay. Lemon pound cake. I love it.
Okay, yes.
So tell the people. So where could we get it at now? Like if we when it comes out, where are we gonna be able to get it?
It's gonna be at every gas station.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hell
I ain't playing with them no more. It's gonna be at the Come and Go, the Speedway, the Marathon, the AM, PM.
That's good.
If you're on the West Coast,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I'm all for
do
that,
it.
man. That's freaking awesome. So if you're out there, peeps, like make sure to support the homie.
For sure.
Go pick up some lemon pound cake. That's the way to go.
Yeah,
Are there any states where it's not allowed yet, or are we almost there? We were speaking political earlier, but are we pretty much across the board able to sell in any state?
Well, you know what I'm saying? If I get in office, it's gonna be in every state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As you were saying. But I think we're close, right?
It's like if Trump gets in office, he's gonna drop all the charges against himself.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
If I get in office, it's gonna be in every state.
In every state.
Every state that allows Delta 8, I'm gonna put everything where it can go.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Yeah. Well, I'm in Colorado. I think we were the first. So
yes, man. It's gonna definitely be in Colorado. It's gonna be in every cannabis friendly state. Then it's gonna be in every Delta 8 friendly state. You know what I'm saying?
Afro, have you ever been out to Colorado? Like, I mean, obviously you've probably been out to Colorado a bunch, but
I started this Colorado shit.
Yeah.
It's like, give me my credit.
Yeah.
They didn't know about it until me.
Exactly. So like, I got some crazy stories from Colorado.
I'm
assuming that he's probably got even crazier stories in Colorado.
Yeah. Afroman, what's the highest you've been? And I don't mean like altitude wise.
You know what? Okay, I guess, because now I don't get high now. I get normal now. But,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I have a couple of times, but I guess the more entertaining. Oh wow, I don't know which one to be. I got a couple of times. One time, my song was #1 in Amsterdam, or in Holland, whatever and I was tripping on how I could just go into a coffee shop and smoke weed. That was a trip to me back then because all I could think about was running and hitting fences when the police cars would open. I'm like, it was like a dream. It was like one of those dreams. So I'm in there. They got a weed menu, and I'm thinking, this is like jail masturbation. I don't know. I'm like, oh my God, dog. I'm like, so I ordered some White Widow, and I rolled up me a White Widow blunt. I took like 4 ghetto, depressed, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life hits. Like, long story short, I passed out in the like I was already sleepy, then I had 8, I was full. So those 4 hits I just passed out.
Yeah.
And they was telling me how people was posing with me, taking pictures. So like I woke up and I had like 80% of the blunt left. So I just put it in my pocket and I went on about my business. And I got up out the shop. I went and did my show and, blah, blah, blah. So later we flew back to New Orleans and we're going through U.S. Customs. And they got the dog. They got the German Shepherd out. And the cop is trying to swing the German Shepherd by me, right? But the German Shepherd is pulling away from me. He wants like the white businessman in front of me. You know what I'm saying? And the cop is yanking the dog and pulling him back around me. And, I get all hostile and cocky. And I'm like, man, what you doing? You just picking on me because I'm black. The dog. That dude with the suit and tie on got the dope. And so, he just looked at me and the other dude walk off, and I'm just mad as hell. And so I get my luggage, and we got like a 90-mile ride back to Hattiesburg. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh my God, 90 miles, man. We get on the freeway, and I stick my hand in my pocket, and I feel that long ass blunt from Amsterdam.
Right with him.
We turned the music on, and that was just a fun ass ride back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He had no idea.
He was like, he don't remember 9 of the miles, much less 90.
That's so good. That's great.
It was awesome.
They was dropping me off. I was angry. I was like, what?
Yo, because
Yeah.
the dog was right.
The dog literally.
The dog was right.
Well, the other guy had 2-3 pounds in his.
Yeah.
The dog, I was the lesser offender. The dog wanted the business.
Yeah, the dog's like, that's light work.
Yeah,
Let
that's
it
light
go.
work.
That ain't worth
the
it.
other dude. That's
That ain't worth our time over there.
The dog
Like,
wanted
let
the
it go.
heroin.
Yes,
freaking
exactly.
Funny, man.
That's awesome.
Holy crow.
That's cool.
So what could you say? We got a little bit of time left. What could you say? What should we look out for next? What's the next move for Afroman?
Yeah.
I'm making a song about each police officer suing me, each officer that raided my house. I got an example right here. I got the shirt on where I have pictures. Wait a minute, I'm trying to do it. Okay.
Oh wow.
I got pictures of the cops that raided.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Love it.
This is a 2-piece, but I got a real 3-piece with a, and I call it the lawsuit.
The lawsuit.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's actually kind of cool. That's funny.
And that's the name of my album. It's called The Lawsuit.
I'm in. I'm supporting that to the team, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you plan on releasing that? What's the time frame?
I think I'm gonna let it go in December. I think it'll be a good Christmas gift.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Stocking stuffers.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah, get your loved one a new Afroman lawsuit album.
But now you got to drop the suit as well, man. Like you can't just
you got to drop the suit as merch.
You got to put the merch behind the music.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I got a problem. I don't want nobody looking as fly as me.
Well, I mean that's okay. Yeah. That's fair.
But I might make T-shirts that look like this.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they can still participate some kind of way.
Yeah,
you know.
That's funny, man. That's awesome.
Carrie, you got any final words?
Well, it was awesome meeting you today, and I'm excited to hear about when it's coming out in December. I mean, really, so that's awesome. Where are you playing next? I mean, I know you said LA is where you are, or in California, but are you going to be home, or are you still touring?
I'm moving back to Cali.
Okay.
I heard people are leaving, and I got enough money to live there now. So nice. I'm gonna come back and go home shopping and everything. I'm on my way I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania right now, and I'm on my way to something Rhode Island.
Okay, cool.
Something Rhode Island.
Yeah, that's about right.
Everything in Rhode Island is something Rhode Island.
Something Rhode Island.
That's one of those states. That's one of those states you forget about on the test. You get that little red mark. Oh yeah, Rhode Island.
I was gonna say, who's the best crowd? Like as far as
Karen, $100 if you get this right. What's the capital of Rhode Island right now? 5 seconds.
Oh,
1,
geez, I don't
2,
know.
3. Nope. You know?
He knows how to keep his
trying
money.
to think if I did.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm horrible at geography.
I have no idea what the capital of Rhode Island.
I don't know, but they may surprise you, right? They may be a fun crowd.
Yeah.
Oh yes. My crowds are. It's kind of like Christianity. It's not the location; it's the mentality. You know what I mean? So it's like no matter where I am, my Afroman fan is an Afroman fan. That's my homie right there. My fans are my homies.
That's awesome.
I kind of hang out with them when I see them, and you know what I'm saying. I treat them like equals. I don't really do that. Oh, how you doing? Okay, yeah, bye. Don't touch me, type thing. I'll be, wherever I see them, we always fellowship.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do you got to say, D? Any last words?
No, man. I actually. He just gave me a side profile shot. I just peeped his earrings for the first time during the. My man is staying true to who he is through and through.
Hey, man, you know, hey, back in LA, you know, back in the '80s, we used to have we used to have the Turkish earring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just 2023. I kind of spiced it up a little bit. I threw the pot leaf at the bottom.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. That's kind of like my little Nelly band.
Right. Yeah, I echo Karen. No, it was super cool hanging out with you for a minute, man. And for me, even more personal, that I got to share this story that I can now get on the phone and my buddy later on and let him know that he has a whole like you are his anthem in life.
Yeah.
So for me, this one hits a little more personal for me. It's cool hanging out, but on the flip side, now I got a little bragging right because this dude's gonna be sick that I was sitting there hanging with Afroman today. So hey man, I appreciate you taking the time out for us for sure, man.
Yes, man. Thank y'all, players.
Thanks for hopping on the show, man. And again, brother, like I learned a lot from you today. Some of the stories you told were just absolutely freaking hysterical. Probably some of the best stories that I've heard, like by far. And I hope, like as an artist myself, that I get to experience some of those moments that you have, like where I fuck up or
I'm
something.
going to video,
but the crowd reacts the same.
You won't be as lucky. I will be there with a camera making sure we never forget your moment.
I mean, I guess I'll tell you, like my biggest one. And I'll wrap this up. I remember shooting a video for Celebrate with Snoop Dogg, and freaking I've been smoking with Snoop for a little bit, and I'm thinking I'm hanging right for a minute. Then I'm sitting in the Tesla or whatever in the shot, and then all of a sudden I realize
I'm not hanging.
I can't hang.
Yeah, I'm not hanging.
I'm leaned back, and I just can't lift myself up anymore. So I guess we all get those moments. For me, that's what mine was, or whatever.
That's funny.
But
don't try to smoke with Don Magic Wand. Neither.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like
that old man be killing me, dude. He be rolling them up. He be church. I'm like, man, I gotta go sing.
I was gonna say, that man was like, I tapped out 4 hours ago, and you're still blowing.
Oh my god, it's like ridiculous.
I gotta tell him nowadays. I like, man, I just came to speak to you, man. How you doing, man?
But with him, it's like I don't think, like through the whole video shoot or whatever, there wasn't a second he wasn't smoking.
Right.
So it's like back to back blunts.
Yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
His equilibrium will probably be thrown off if he's not smoking.
Like
he may be at a point now that just that's his V8. The old school, keep me upright and standing straight.
And I don't think there's a place
he may
in
lean
the world
if he's not smoking.
Like I don't think there's a place in the world that he cannot smoke.
Oh,
so like when I got the Tesla, which is another funny story, I got it off of like Toro or whatever, something like that, and it was a brand new Tesla, and like brand new with the scissor tops and stuff or whatever. So they're like it's brand new, you can't smoke, nothing, like all in the rule guideline. And I'm like, hey, well, do you want to show up to Young Gray Snoop Dogg video shoot? Like, we are gonna smoke in your tour, in your Tesla.
This car will be smoked in when you get it back.
And they're like, sure, why not? Like, all right, Snoop Dogg smoking?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Pull up.
So we're like, actually, we're gonna make the Tesla take us there so we can just sit in the back and smoke, and not drive.
Which is pretty funny.
No, that's cool, man.
But all right,
that's
my
sweet,
man, we won't leave you hanging too long. This was an honor again.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're gonna support you 100% of the way. I'll make sure that whoever's watching is gonna be going out and they're getting what flavor?
Bro, you gotta get the lemon pound cake, bro.
Lemon
pound straight from the man himself. So
exactly.
That man tried to give me a pop quiz right there, like I wasn't paying attention. Bro, you're not gonna catch me like that. You
Care what flavor is
not like that.
It's the lemon pound cake. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious.
That's one of those questions your lawyer asks you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're innocent, right?
Yes, yes. Not with me. Yes, you're innocent.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. Well, look, though.
You're the coolest Karen I've ever met.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She is the coolest Karen
She's
ever.
a cool Karen.
All right, cool
And you
Karen.
too.
She's cool Karen. With
I
a
am
K.
cool Karen.
We're
Yeah.
going to invent another category, another genre.
Yeah.
Yes,
Cool
I'll take my
Cool
name
Karen.
back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool
She's like,
Karen.
please. That's funny.
All right.
It's
I
fine.
love y'all, brothers.
Hey,
All right,
appreciate
Safe
you, man.
travels.
I
Safe travels.
appreciate you, man. Absolutely.
All right, man.
Ride around my top down, window shaking a lot now. I'ma stay proud, no Kane Brown, but I thank God for these days now. Don't make sounds, crash glass, no rebounds. End town, Nashtyville, and I stay proud now.